All right, now there is a channel that you guys may be hip to. I don't know, about 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. Absolutely love this. It is a couple, although I've never heard Will yet, but the channel is called Commanders Will and Kate. I have never heard Will on a video that I've clicked yet. I'm not quite sure if Will ever talks. I don't know if you guys can let me know that if Will is actually somebody who talks on the videos at all. Maybe he participates with her. Haven't even heard him mentioned, actually. I don't know if Kate broke up with Will, but if I did not have Christy, I think I would toss my hat into the ring here because I have grown to absolutely love Kate. I think Kate is like so fucking amazing. She narrates her experiences in Star Citizen so professionally. I feel like I'm watching the Discovery Channel or like the History Channel when I watch her videos. So they're so well done. Like I'm absolutely smitten with Kate. And I have to say, Kate, is there a will? Like where there's a will, there's a way. But I will say this. Welcome to the fan mass. I'm going to like this video because I've watched a few. But I thought to myself, like, you know what I really want to do? I want to go to the very first video. I have not watched the very first video. And I feel like she would like really narrate her experience in such a professional manner coming from Elite Dangerous over to Star Citizen. So I really want to see what her first impressions of this switchover was, going from Elite Dangerous to Star Citizen. I happen to remember my first experience. I think we all remember our first experience, don't we? But let's watch this and let's see what Kate gets up to in her first experience of Star Citizen. Very interested.
So I started the game in New Babbage, a city on the icy world of Microtech. A visually stunning and highly detailed environment awaited me, and this was both a blessing and a curse, as this was the worst performing location I have visited in Star Citizen. On my Ryzen 5 3600 and GTX 1060, I can get by with low settings, but here in New Babbage there was definitely a lot more stutters and freezes. Nonetheless, this is a very immersive first step into the verse.
And at first, like, her accent was kind of off-putting to me. Like I mentioned that in the initial video, but then I grew to love it. She has some magical way about her, and then I realized that I actually loved the affect. I started to like it started to infect me. You know what I mean? Like it started to take me over. She has this wonderful way of telling stories. She edits the music in perfectly. And you just start to like journey along with her. And it's unlike many other Star Citizen content creators' video. It's a very fabulous way of creating content. It really is.
In terms of the famed bugs, so far disconnections have occurred, but not so often as to ruin the experience. NPC glitching and behavior is really where it is noticeable for me, but I found it easy to look past. We'll point out some of these bugs at a later stage though. The train rides in cities are really quite something, giving an enormous sense of scale to these places. I've not fully explored the extent of any ground locations I've visited, even after several days of play, but they are substantial and very visually interesting, with New Babbage looking and sounding like you're inside the mind of Steve Jobs.
It is true. It does feel very Apple-y. We did say that a long time ago. She's dead right on that. It does feel like an Apple institution. Microtech is very Apple. You guys see the new complex they're building? I think it's like either 3 billion or it might even be 30, but I think it was like $3 billion. It's crazy what Apple's building right now.
First stop on this line was to an expo centre with some kind of naval show in place. I wouldn't stay here long though, instead moving on to the Commons.
The UEE Navy would like to welcome you to the Invictus Expo Hall.
Yeah, she's so great. It literally is very followable.
Star Citizen has
Just
a
very
wide range of items
well-paced.
to purchase and the mechanics to support them, such as hydration. I wasn't really looking for anything particular yet though, just admiring the view.
Now keep in mind, I think this is right around the time Odyssey hit, you know, where they could walk around as well. Everybody in Elite Dangerous had been looking forward to having space legs for like forever. So she literally was switching over, I think, I might be wrong, about the same time Odyssey dropped. And now she's in Star Citizen. I'd love to ask her, like, questions about the transition. Yeah, same here. I'm really enjoying the channel, Explodo. It's really cool you guys like
When I
got me
spotted
hip
a
to-
sign directing me to Service Access, well, I just had to go check that out.
Oh, don't be perverted. Don't be perfy, Chrono. No, like, I would have some very serious questions for her, you know, like about the gameplay and, you know, like the differences between the two, pros and cons. You know, I just love to hear that. I know what you're thinking, Chrono. I know, dude. It's my soul, bro. Be nice
The
to.
environmental effects
bring her
are
on for the
incredibly
podcast.
immersive, but it turns out New Babbage is really cold. And not fully understanding the warnings I was getting, I decided to head back inside and seek out my ship.
Yep.
Following another train ride, I
Right,
arrived
shady.
at the spaceport.
Microtech was so huge for me. Like when Microtech came out, being at the spaceport, seeing the view and like the fucking snow and the ice and the wind and hitting you and collecting on you, Microtech really hit good in such a good way for me. So, you know, like I think just like the views and being able to see the sun rise and set and the lighting, it's so very fucking immersive. It's just crazy.
Again, performance
that's
here
cool.
wasn't perfect, but I found my way to the terminal and put in a request to retrieve
Wish
my
they could
ship.
be as exciting as me
I
though,
had
you
to
know,
make an
Explodo.
insurance claim to get it, but it turns out that claims are free with a short timer, or the timer can be skipped for a small fee.
Yeah, it's fun watching people discover SC.
Then after being informed what hangar I need to go to, it was off to the elevator we go. The elevator
this-
travel in Star Citizen is quite varied. With
What
many
does she-
floors
what does
or
she res?
locations
What is
usually
her ship?
available.
I didn't see what she was resing up. Curious.
Once in the hangar, I could look upon my current ship, the Mustang.
Oh no. I hope she swapped that out quick. Don't get me started on the Mustang. Good. Yeah, I did notice she's riding the correct ship now. Drake. See you, Explodo. Have a great day, my friend. Snap it to the Slim Jim. Get to work. That must suck to be Explodo having to go to work. Is he a Captain Explodo or a Captain Explode? No. Okay, let's go.
Takeoff took some
See,
Googling
Kilo's
to
got
find
it
out
right.
I could change the ship's MFD.
Yeah, Kilo's got it right. Like Kilo's like, fuck it, I'm at work. I'm watching this now. I'm at work. Fuck everyone. I'm gonna do what I want. See, Kilo is the true Explodo. I'm gonna start calling Kilo Explodo. That's just what I'm gonna do from now on.
And contact ATC, but soon I was away.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Again, I'm completely new to the game and have not really explored the flight
love you,
mechanics
Kilo.
at this point,
It's fucking
let alone buying
badass.
my HOTAS, so would be using mouse and keyboard for the first few days. Also, for some reason during this session, a mouse cursor got stuck on my screen.
Right,
It was
right,
incredibly
Tripao.
distracting to play with it there, and I apologise if it is equally distracting to watch it. It only happened on this one session now, so future videos will be free of it. I was absolutely blown away by the views when I got to orbit. One thing that was not so nice though is I get very inconsistent degree of performance drop when using the quantum drive to jump between locations. Sometimes it's fine, others it becomes a slideshow or freezes up completely until I arrive at my destination.
What's she
This
rocking?
being
What's
one
her
of the
system
latter
specs?
occasions, we will rejoin things at one of Microtech's moons, where I intended to set down and have a look at the surface below.
Oh, that's why.
Landing complete.
That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad for her first time landing.
Immediately, I was quite surprised to see atmospheric effects, wind, and even debris flying by my canopy.
Right.
Stepping out into this would be very interesting indeed.
Right, because you don't get that in Elite Dangerous.
All systems disabled.
I was shocked at the realism that's missing from Elite Dangerous. I love the way she mixes in that music like that. That's really well done. You see how she's just like, you see how she's soaking it in right there? That's I love that. Like you can tell she's like, oh.
I have no idea what kind of interactions can happen on these surfaces yet, but the quality of the environment is superb.
Right. Absolutely. Superb. What's up, Instigator? Great name, dude. Thanks for that subscription, bro. Thanks for that subscription. Welcome, welcome.
I would stay a short while before setting off in the air to fly over the terrain.
Right, execute. Can we please solve the mystery of this? If anybody knows Kate, can somebody ask her who the fuck Will is? Like, where's Will in all of this shit?
And see its many features.
That's great.
Welcome. Your journey begins now. All systems operational. Launch complete.
One thing I can say about Star Citizen, even at this early stage, it sells the feeling of spaceflight like no other game I've played, with some truly mind-blowing yet quite simple mechanics we'll show later that really cement the whole experience. Again, I wasn't really pursuing any kind of goal here yet, just gauging performance and admiring the views.
AKA just fucking around. Testing things out.
I recently upgraded my system within my meagre budget to do so, and this has allowed me to get the game running to a playable level. And I especially would like to thank Commander Soldier Sailor for his support in getting a suitable SSD to load the game from. Star Citizen is a game that is really reliant on loading from an SSD, so if you're looking to try it yourself and do not have one, make that one of your top priorities. Following this stopover, I would get several smooth quantum jumps, and when it is working, I far prefer this method of travel to Super Cruise than Elite. Very direct and with no time wasted. Even long journeys have interesting possibilities that we'll take a look at in a later.
Yeah, nothing is more repetitious than the fucking warp from system to system in Elite Dangerous. It is the most mind-numbing bullshit in the world, traveling 50 fucking jumps and seeing the same goddamn animation 50 times over to get to the point that you want to get to. Unless you have a carrier, you know. But really, she's absolutely dead on about that.
Video. My first day in the verse was drawing closer to its end. There was a lot to take in already, and so I needed to find a station to log off at. My current ship lacks a bed for logging off anywhere, and by all accounts the logging off in a bed mechanic is a little unreliable at present anyway. So off to a station we went.
Absolutely, Red. It's cool the first maybe 10 times. I find the mouse
control used here both easy to use and also cumbersome at the same time. Easy to use, it is quite intuitive to initially pick up, but cumbersome in that I'm so used to flying ships with a stick and throttle. Star Citizen's flight mechanics are still a mystery to me. Questions like does it support full Newtonian flight assist off mode, I still need to answer. I have seen evidence of translational FA off, but as of yet, not rotational FA off. These would be questions for a later time though, as I made my way through the station to the hab.
It's a big changeover from the Elite Dangerous flight mechanics to the Star Citizen flight mechanics. It takes some time to get used to. I still do love the Elite Dangerous flight mechanics. Some people say it's some people say in space it still feels like there's too much gravity, and I do agree slightly with the flight mechanics and Elite Dangerous having that. However, I do still love the flight mechanics in Elite Dangerous. The ships feel a little bit more weighty, and that's what I want from Star Citizen, just a little bit more weight and realism, especially in gravity. Like, I understand space, it being light and kind of, you know, a little bit all over the place, like feather in the wind type shit. But like when I hit planets and I really want the ship to start feeling atmosphere. I really need to have like weight to these ships. And that's, I think, what's still missing in Star Citizen. That's just my constructive criticism for it. What's up, Maestro? Welcome to the stream, brother. Yeah, see, I'm E-Red's like, you need to fly a Prospector then. I mean, I've flown a Prospector before. Did it change a little bit? I need SC to be more fat. Right. Right, Chrono. Still, I do like the flight changes that have happened.
My first day of Star Citizen,
and I feel like there's a good progression.
And exciting. I am fully aware that this is an incomplete game, and an enormous level of work is still needed with it, with bugs we will look at more in the next video. But the bugs are things I'm able to look past, and the scope of player interaction is something that I personally feel.
The scope and the promise of what is to be is what gets you over the bugs. It's the reason, you know, once you're in it and you're immersed and you see what there is to see and you see what the potential is, you start to kind of look around the bugs. The more you start to play, the more bugs become an issue. So like that is interesting progression. And, you know, I have not witnessed her yet get upset with bugs, but I've only done a couple videos, like spot checked here and there. But I really absolutely do love what she's doing. And I think it's a really great channel. You guys should go check her out if you're not aware of it. It's Commander Will and Kate. We don't know who Will is. Maybe she can tell us who Will is. But I'm absolutely smitten with Kate. I think she does a hell of a job. She's super professional, and she just really paces the videos very well done, and it's almost like in documentary format, and it keeps me engaged the entire time. That was her first attempt at a Star Citizen video. She didn't know much about it. She led us through her experience. She put the music, she synced up good emotions to with the music at the correct times. She's a great editor. Maybe Will is doing the editing. Will, if you're doing the editing, you're a great editor, dude. You know what I mean? But like, we need to know who Will is. I think we are all in agreement. We need to know who Will is, Kate. Because we're smitten with you. We need to know who our competition is. All right. Let's get back to the show.